This is the battery-powered smart water leak and freeze detector. Oh, Scott Hind, you're speaking my language. Every time that I go away, not only does Scott Hind so kindly watch our English bulldog, and I think that she loves his house more than me. But my basement gets sad and it cries when I'm gone. So there always seems to be water leaking, or right now, big nor'easter, freezing happening.
Right.
This is a $29.98 solution to some of those problems.
Yeah, that's right, and it's that peace of mind, because first of all, it comes from Kidde, which is well over 100 years, great American company. This is what they do: fire and CO2 and suppression and prevention and alerts. They don't do anything else. They don't make waffle irons. This is what they do. In fact, what's interesting about these guys is this is the very first, when I bought my very first house 20 some odd years ago, first smoke detector and carbon monoxide detector I ever owned. So I was a customer long before I ever helped present them. So,
by the way, price and easy pay goes away at the end of the day today. So if you want to get this, give it a try right now. It does so many different things.
It does indeed. So here's the actual unit itself. It comes with the battery. So it's so small and it's smart. And I'll show you, we'll show that demonstration in just a second. But what it does basically is, the best thing it does is detects water. It also detects if the temperature in your house drops below 37 degrees and an alarm goes off. So a lot of people I know who have rental units, places at the beach, the pipes freeze, especially this time of year. But most importantly, once water hits it, okay, and right away it'll figure it out. It sends an 85 decibel alarm to let you know a pipe has burst, something has gone wrong, and you need to address this. But then also it will send, if you set it up, it only takes less than 5 minutes. It'll send an alert to your phone and also let you know that you better address this quick.
Which is fantastic, because we think we've taken care of the problem, but in the times when we've had water in the basement, we have not found out sometimes for days. We've been really, really lucky to have had somebody stop by, or we had a house cleaner coming one time when we were gone, and she's like, why is the water not working? She goes downstairs and the pipes have burst, right? So, but most of the time, if we're gone and that happens, forget about it.
Yeah, and very, very close friends of ours about 3 weeks ago had this happen, and it was tens of thousands of dollars of damage. Pipe burst, and so if you can do it, have one in where your HVAC boiler and all that stuff is. Have one in bathrooms, because the slightest little bit of water, this will figure it out and let you know. Because that is, they say carbon monoxide is a silent killer. Water's the silent destroyer.
It really is.
And it can go everywhere, and you may not know for quite some time that you have an issue. So if we could go to my camera at home. I have a camera in my house right now. My darling bride, whom you know, whom I do not deserve, is helping me out here. This is right now live in my own home. This is where my hot water heater is, HVAC, all that. You see my Bissell part right there.
That's where mine is too, actually.
But this is below grade. This is, so if water comes in, if something goes wrong, this is it. So she's there. She's going to put that detector into the water. I put a little pan of water to simulate a leak. All right, and I believe we can hear her. Hang on. Wait till it goes up. Okay, do you hear that? Okay, 85 decibels. But then what'll happen is, just after a few seconds, that'll send...
Your home is not on set. His home is, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes from here.
And then you just heard it right there. There's the alarm that came to my phone right there, and you see it right here. It tells me there's a problem. Okay, so it's at 474. That's just my address, but urgent. But it is urgent. I mean, in all fairness, like that, if that water's leaking, if that thing it tells me where it is in the basement. So something's really, really wrong. So even if I'm not there, call a neighbor, call somebody. Hey, can you get over to my house and find out what's going on?
This is a really, really great $7.50 seatbelt, right? You hope that it never has to go off. You hope that there is never water or a burst pipe, but you pay $29.98 so that you can have the peace of mind and know just in case and get somebody over there right away. So it does water and freeze detection, right?
It does indeed. So less than 37 degrees, it'll let you know that. But the water, that's important, don't get me wrong. But if it's 37 degrees in your house, you already know that maybe. I like that, don't get me wrong. But this is the big,
you might have a smart thermostat or something like that.
There's other ways.
It's so hard to know about the water.
And you have two beautiful daughters with long hair.
I do.
The sink gets clogged. They're in there washing, they don't know. They're young kids. And water goes and overflows.
Nor do they care.
Right, there we go. Thank you for saying what we all think.
Lovingly.
But clogs happen, things happen, and accidents happen. This is the way to know that something's gone wrong, and it's also a little bit of peace of mind, because again, go put in that water, just like I just did, 85 decibels straight away. You know something's
And I
wrong.
think that it's great. So you could put it in a basement. That seems to make obvious sense, right? But you could also, you know, just put this somewhere in the house where you tend to have leaks or water comes in when there's a big storm or something like that. I have my dad, my stepdad, as well as my in-laws both have shore houses, and they, you know, there is flooding there all the time.
Yeah.
It's just part of
That's
living
right.
on the coast here
That's right.
on the East Coast. And so they can put it in numerous different places, whether it comes in through windows, from the ground, wherever it might be. It's small, it's inconspicuous. Okay, so how long can I leave it, like battery time?
It depends on how many alerts go off, but there's several years is how long the battery
that's
should
great.
last.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
And especially, it depends on how many times it broadcasts out. There's a
Right.
lot of variables. But the big thing is a lot of times, to your point, with, you know, you and I are kind of beach folks, and
Yeah.
a lot of people have rentals down there, and they don't go there for a couple months,
They
right?
don't.
So to your point, pipes freeze this time of year. They burst. You don't know. How many people, especially here in the Philly area, have places down the Jersey Shore, we hear about it every
All
year.
the time.
Pipes burst for tens of thousands of dollars of damage, and this is just a way to keep that peace of mind. Can we go back to my house maybe one more
Absolutely.
time, if you don't mind?
I'm sure Indy is very excited.
She is a bride I do not deserve. We all know that. So she's gonna head on over here, and she's gonna put the detector just into a pan of water to simulate a leak. All right, and you'll hear it there, okay, and you'll hear that beep. Yep. Okay, and then should get it any second on mine, and it'll come to me. It broadcasts. It's a smartphone, hooks into Wi-Fi.
And
Wi-Fi
you
here can be a little bit.
Yeah, Wi-Fi here is very fun. You can be, you know, 2,000 miles away and get the alert.
And
That's
there-
how it works.
Yeah, and there you go. That's the alert right there that says, hey, urgent. This is really important. Pops up on your phone. There's a little alarm that goes off, and then you go in, open up the Kidde app, and as I'm doing right here, and say, okay, where is it? It's in my basement. Call somebody. Can call your emergency contacts for you. It's super easy. No
smart.
cost to open up the app, no to set it up, nothing. It's
We were
super
down
good.
at the shore years ago over the winter, and I was walking out to the beach, freezing cold, and the house next to us, the outdoor shower was spraying everywhere, creating ice.
Sure.
And we didn't know these neighbors. We didn't know how to get a hold of them. Like, we're looking up property records. But those are the types of things where
That's right.
this is peace of mind.
That's right.
Whether it's a house that you're at all the time, whether you're just on vacation and you want to take a look at it, $29.98. That makes
If you're in a room where all the boiler and the water is hidden way down,
Yeah.
you wouldn't know it.
Nope,
Mine's in the
not at all.
basement. I wouldn't know if something went wrong. Now you do.
Well, tell Indy we said hi.
I
And
will.
Thank you.
And please tell that darling Chatham I said hi and I miss her.
We will.
Go away soon so I can watch her
Yeah,
again.
we'll try. And I'll
seeing
have
you.
one of these in the basement.
That's it.
You better
There we
believe
go.
it. All right.
seeing you, Casey.
Still to come. The dream butt is still. Oh, and look, I'm going to be working on things like immunity, things like